Heyo, I'm back with another one about trains. What's this train? The wreck of 4,567 years later. Hmm. One that's just actually a number. For what? A number! For what? Let's just look at it. Oh, it's new graphic content. The best kind. If you can handle that quest. Me, I got my chocolate milk ready.
The Union Pacific Big Boy is known as the
Big
biggest
Boy!
steam locomotive ever built in the world, and debatably one of the strongest as well. Weighing in at an impressive 762,000 pounds, these monsters roamed
Man,
the southwest United States from
you fat.
1941
You need to go exercise, dude.
It was also one of the most expensive locomotives, costing $265,000 new in 1941.
Who pays that much for a gosh darn train?
Estimates equals over $4,606,324. Yikes.
Who's got that kind of money just for the sake of a real life train? If I'm gonna pay that much for a train, I'm gonna ride in it.
1953, one indeed.
With a luxury car and everything.
And this is the story.
Take my whole family for a trip somewhere. 4005. Big boy! I like that.
On April 27th, 1953, a Union Pacific crew were going to start out on a routine haul across the open prairie of southern Wyoming with a manifest train. The train would be led by Union Pacific Big Boy 4005.
Big boy!
Engineer Leo Murray, fireman Lawrence Endress, and brakeman James R. Anderton made up the head-end crew, while conductor James Walker and brakeman Ivan Shiragar made up the rear-end crew in the caboose. 62 freight cars followed the 4005 as it made its way down the track. At 9:10 a.m., the train passed through Wamsutter, Wyoming, heading westbound. The morning was cloudy with a light mist, and the 0.4%
a train known as Big Boy
made for an easy journey. The train was traveling at around 50 miles an hour.
That's slow.
Meanwhile, about 8 miles ahead of the 4005, a section gang stationed at Freewind traveled 3.6 miles to the east to Red Desert on a tracked motor car to obtain a supply of switch.
Could you imagine an actual red desert?
Foreman and 4 section workers.
Also, that train looked more yellow than a school bus.
A sheep herder requesting assistance in getting a sheep across the tracks. The size of the herd
I see
is not known.
a sheep
However,
with pink and then a sheep with blue.
Had 1,100 herders.
Do they have like a bit of color of them so you can like number them or like name them or something?
Which read that 4 trains were due to pass through going both east and westbound between 9:15 a.m. and 9:55 a.m. 4005 was due first at 9:15 a.m.
Call by his other name, Big Boy!
Foreman assigned one section man to proceed eastward and the other westward.
Can I watch the PlayStation 1 game?
Protection at each end of the sidetrack.
I feel like I'm watching the first Resident Evil.
They were to be providing protection for the sheep herder. And as for added protection, 2 other section men were to operate a switch in each main track, which led to the siding. This would display a block signal down the track in each direction, warning any unannounced approaching trains to slow down. The foreman unlocked both switches, and the section men were instructed to open the switch on his hand signal.
He kicked it with his foot.
The foreman then walked back to the sheep herder some 300 yards from the switch to tell him what exactly the men were going to do. As the 4005 approached the east end
Big Boy!
of the desert siding, the Union Pacific section man opened the siding switch. But then 4005 loomed into view
Big Boy!
at high speed.
Got it, Big Boy again!
He frantically made an unsuccessful attempt to close the switch before the engine passed. The engineer quickly noticed the abnormal switch and threw the emergency.
Okay, we're playing Skyrim. What's with the music? It somehow silenced the narrator. You know, I think I'm gonna go this way. Ah, get out of there! Ow, ow, ow!
4005 entered the switch at 50 miles an hour and toppled onto its left side, sliding down the line, tearing the rails apart, snapping sleepers like toothpicks, and throwing ballast rock all over the area.
Big Boy died!
Tender and 18 cars derailed. The tender crushed itself into the cab, and the first 12 cars pile up behind, while the other derailed 4 were damaged from the derailment and slamming into each other.
Something. Big boy died!
Typewriters, sewing machines, and other general merchandise the train was carrying were strewn all over the desert floor.
Anybody want a free sewing machine? I do! I know my mom does.
Killed instantly, and amazingly, the front brakeman, James Anderton, was alive, but seriously injured. His left leg was twisted and pinned between a wooden seat and the steel side of the cab. He was trapped in an area of
That sounds like a brutality
larger than 18 feet
from
high
Mortal
and
Kombat.
4 feet wide for 10 hours, while rescue workers removed tons of coal and cut through steel to free him. Anderton asked rescuers for a drink of water and a cigarette. A doctor was able to reach into a narrow opening and administer a dose of morphine to subside Anderton's terrible pain. Anderton later told rescuers that his hands hurt and he was chilling a little, but could no longer feel pain in his foot, indicating he was beginning to go into shock.
Uh-oh.
When he was finally pulled
Somehow,
through, he told a rescuer,
you go into shock by not feeling pain.
The switch. They threw it right in front of us. They didn't give us a chance. I felt the engine rock.
That cannot have been his actual voice, huh?
Next thing I knew, I felt the steam hitting me in the face, and I thought it was a goner.
Nah, that sounds too fake.
I was getting my hands over my face.
That sounds way too fake.
Several pigs and cattle cars were among the dead. According to workmen at the site, some pigs
making pigs cry, bruh.
Ordeal. Occasionally, a
why is it stick in his mouth?
And with a terrific grunt, would take off, running through curious bystanders.
He had a stick in his mouth and his tongue looked like it got smushed.
Away at the hospital from his injuries. However, before he died, he provided very helpful facts to investigators so they could understand what had happened through his point of view. During the investigation, the man who threw the switch, Puerto Rican section worker Val Vicini, through an interpreter because he could not speak English very well, said the foreman had shown him how to operate the switch, and when the foreman walked back to the sheep herder, it was the foreman who left the switch in the open position.
Ooh, you in trouble! You fat!
This was impossible, because the open switch...
You killed Big Boy!
...to the oncoming 4005, providing enough time to stop safely. The Union Pacific and Interstate Commerce Commission officials reached the conclusion that Kenneth M. Mayfield, the foreman, and Ralph Vicini, the section worker who was working with the Union Pacific for only 1 hour and 20 minutes, were both responsible for the accident.
Yeah,
there were considerable
they killed Big Boy.
Both their stories, each blaming the other, but the ICC, Union Pacific, and local officials still investigated through them. A meeting closed to the public and press
That's a nice
helped
little room.
determine how the accident occurred and who was responsible. The Sweetwater County coroner's jury found Mayfield guilty of negligence for putting an irresponsible, inexperienced man in control of the switch. Section worker Vicinity, who was found responsible for throwing the switch onto a side track, was presumed fired by Union Pacific. As for 4005,
Big Boy!
it the UP's Cheyenne facility to be rebuilt and returned to service. It is possible a different tender was used for the rebuild. It was retired in 1962 along with its siblings and was donated to the Forney Transportation Museum in Denver, Colorado, where it still stands today on static display. And looking at the engine, you would have never known it was involved in such a catastrophic wreck. But 67 years later, the story of the wreck of 4005
68.
certainly never...
No, 67, I'm wrong. This came out this year. All right, that was very informative and everything. That was pretty impressive. Oh, Ryan got involved in this video. That's good for him. Good for him. Good for him. All right, I'm going to go on another video. And rest in peace. Big Boy!